whatever you want. Good luck, brother. Good luck. Good luck.
Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. This is the type of early season game you look for.
Oh, we're in Athens today. It's funny how almost all my user games are always in Wyoming. Weird how that works. I wonder if we could do a neutral site. That'd be kind of cool. We get to score first.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Holds and fires complete.
Just decided to lob that for no reason. Interesting. Interesting.
That was a really nice catch and an even
Instead of, you know,
run after the
throwing it
grab.
for the bullet.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. In the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. To the ground with the back. He's knocked
Way to
out.
make a pile. Way to make a fucking pile, baby.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always...
Ball is free. Defense just
Mm-hmm.
that fumble and securing it.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Looking to move it through the air. He got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Missouri came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup, the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure coming. Did as he throws. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't
Damn white
talk about
sticks.
his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All time.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle.
Nothing like a good old extender.
Yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, And there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in.
The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very
Well, I'm also up at 12:30, bud. I'll be up at 6:30 tomorrow.
by that touchdown strike. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh, that's nasty.
In the spin cycle. He will step
That's
out of
nice,
bounds,
dude.
but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Brady.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there.
Brady McAdams?
Never complain.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brady. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? He's right.
That's
on
hard.
target. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's real.
Take your time, bud.
Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Still looking on the move. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slipped in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Brady. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Got his man quickly. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's running.
That perfect play. 3 guys running up to make the tackle.
Moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, we drill that hard.
This offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the gift. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Right back to the well. Just plowing ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the dogs
We'll get wear and tear out of here soon enough.
first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stops.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On fourth down, looking for the completion.
That's a great example of the receiver
It's a good play.
knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Brady. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh, damn it.
He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work.
If you run it enough, defense keys on it. Listen, those RPOs where they run a little bubble because you run 5 wide and inside zone, those are bubbles, bud. Oh, I know what your playbook is, buddy. It's as old as time.
Inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it.
Okay.
React very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football.
Quite literally, he does, Bob.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for a big play. And that pass is caught at the 25. Just carving up this
Possession catch, Bob.
Down to the 24.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
From the gun, the running back has it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. From the gun. Got it! Ripping through the defense. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Now on the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good.
Not an easy kick.
Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB.
No way. Wow.
And he breaks into the open.
I know it's early.
Jackouts.
Defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact.
Actually,
So
they do pretty
it's okay for
decent.
him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
You can keep throwing it, bud, but it's gonna get picked off.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push.
Goofy.
Defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. A jet sweep pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic with his feet. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket.
Making magic happen.
Get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's West. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the
No
right.
way.
Fires the pass. Intercepted.
That was such a
And they
bail.
play and make sure there's not any scoring.
You bid on it, and he somehow got that.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year.
You know it's a bail, buddy.
Plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll start this drive firing.
Figgy.
Seconds to go.
Well, this quarterback's starting to take a
Figgy.
couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side.
Good kick.
Never a doubt. And
Way to fight back and tie it.
to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We'll find out.
Oh, they knock it free.
Oh, Agent Zero!
Jumps on it, and they get
What happened?
Honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he only got 70 carries in the first half.
Next week.
Can't imagine
No
why.
chance he was holding on to that ball.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Finds a spot in the middle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders.
Dude.
I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job. And how nice is it to have the home
Doing too
crowd
much
going
there.
absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
Oh, lot of contact there before he caught it.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up the
Lot of
third and
contact.
long. In field goal range, they go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far.
Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on
Tip
the
drill, baby.
improved his field position.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Looking for a crease to the left. At the 20, he's got space. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wyoming. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops on and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity.
Time to take a shot.
Yep, he got beat over there.
He's
Bad
got it
zone
to the
drop.
right side. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the defense to take
Slot
it in.
fade.
Touchdown, Georgia.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On second down, wants to throw.
Jeez.
Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Makes the grab over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they...
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Might as well give it to him again. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone.
Yep.
Touchdown, Wyoming. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Well, after this game, I'll tell you how to turn a receiving back into an elusive back. Because that's what he is. He was a receiving back, but he got turned into an elusive back. Nope.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
They'll line up for a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right
Well, your
decision.
motion fucked up my flat zone. That's why he was so wide open.
But just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The give to the back. Keeps the legs moving. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up inches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Off play action on first down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Quick trigger.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He makes the connection.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up fourth and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Touch pass on the run. Across the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
It's a hell of a play. Looks like an inside disruptor in there. Causing some noise in the middle.
Running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, but we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping.
Had to try something.
They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick. Going for it all.
That's my fastest corner. That shouldn't be happening. There you go, bud.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. New Mexico is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 32 over Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Power football with the run. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wyoming. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little extra time. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He'll just keep slinging it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
He's going up top.
Bruh, you are burnt toast, my bruh.
Inside the 15.
My bruh.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll
Yeah, stop takeoff because I didn't press it there.
I love it, Reese. And this team is not,
Well, listen, it did the
they're
job.
on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Fair catch, called for and made.
You're gonna have to earn it.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 35, he's open. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They're going to ride this running back. He's in open space downfield. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Georgia, 45.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback.
He's going to fire deep.
And there you go. Saul's fucking legs off, baby.
That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker.
Oh, okay. Alright. Then I'll just
Being stopped there on
go
fourth
down for a
this
yard
game's
here then.
pretty
I had a
much
play
over.
called already.
They're going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a
Stop, dude. Dude, this kid.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put
How
more
that kid
keys
runs
in
so hard?
that right there.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of them was a punch out. The other one was a CPU hit stick. But
So on fourth
I'm not
down,
gonna kick it. I thought it would run the
field
clock.
goal
Don't
kicker
fit.
in a huge spot. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last.
There's a little luck involved.
Whoever
I'll
was
give
on
you that.
offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense
It's improbable because Agent Zero probably won't have.
so many
I
ways
don't
to
know.
hurt you. You saw
Yeah.
both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Alright, now that my stream's over, I had 2 people watching. I wonder who the other one